Thank you so much for the question. So here's why you must become more than you are, and always strive to become more than you are. And before I begin to respond, I think you should take this note. It is an unending challenge for us all to see what we can become. So I'm going to tell a short story about a man who has the ability to always blame things that are outside his control for his problems. This was a poor man. He blamed the government, he blamed the economy, he blamed his relatives, he blamed everything for his problems apart from himself. Luckily for him, he met someone gracious enough to help him to realize that he needed to work more on himself. After about 6 years, 5-6 years, this same man became a multi-millionaire. And funny enough, he was able to reflect backwards, and he thought to himself, the government, they're still as bad as they were. The economy is still as bad as it was. My relatives, the negative ones, are still the same. And pretty much everything is the same. And he got rich. So what now changed? I'm sure we can all answer to that. He was the one that changed. So using that story as a basis for my response, there's some things I'd like you all to take notes of if you would like to make any type of progress in any part of your life. And you may want to take notes if you wish. For things to change for you, you have to change. That's the first thing. It's very important that you understand that. My mentor said life and business is like the changing seasons. That means, we're comparing life now to the seasons. There's going to be the winter time. Those are the tough times. There's going to be the springtime, which are the opportunity times. There's going to be summertime. This is the nourishing and the protection time. And there will be the harvest time, which is the results time. That's the time when you reap all that you've sowed. The seasons can never be changed, but you can change yourself. These seasons that I've mentioned earlier are seasons that are always going to be there. That's the way they've always been. That's the way it's going to be. So there's no point thinking about how you change all that. What you can change is yourself. You also cannot change somebody else, but they can change themselves. The only way for you to achieve more is for you to become more. You can become more than you are, therefore you can achieve more than you can. Jim Rohn said success is not something you pursue. Success is something you attract by the person that you become. And success is always looking for a good place to stay. So with all of that in mind, here are some questions I'd like you to ask yourself as often as you can as I close off answering this question. What type of person must I be to attract all that I want in my life? I'd like you to ponder that for a second. What is my concept of the person I must become to achieve all that I want? Take time, think about that as much as you can. I cannot think of a position or level that people have not been able to successfully climb to the top from. What I mean is poor men, traders, they've all worked their ways to become successful. Clerks, we've had them work their way to become successful. Customer representatives, we have stories of men that have worked their way from the lowest profession into success. So it's important that if you don't like where you are, say you don't like your income, for instance, you must find a way to increase your service. And that means you must find a way to become better. And it is your absolute responsibility to find a way to become that person who is worth that amount of success that you so much desire. Thank you. And it was nice speaking with you all today.